What is going on, everybody? Chris with a K405 back again with another video. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I wanted to share the good news. Now, this is going to be kind of a lengthy video because I'm going to be giving a lot of information. But as you can probably tell by the title of the description, I'm going to Xbox Fanfest and E3 once again this year. I went last year. I'm going to leave a link to all of those vlogs and videos down below in the description. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to share some of my experiences, my tips and tricks for E3 if you're going and this is your first time, because there's a lot of stuff that I wish I'd have known last year that I would have done differently. So kind of starting off, I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know. I'm going to put the Xbox team's Twitter handles in somewhere on the screen around here somewhere. Make sure you go and follow those Twitter handles, because that's how I found out about FanFest last year. That's how I found out about FanFest this year. And the drawing for FanFest, I believe, is over. I think they're still doing some stuff for the briefing only tickets. But I do know that last year, toward the maybe 3 weeks before E3, they gave out E3 passes and stuff like that. So definitely make sure you go and follow all these Twitter handles. Make sure you receive notifications so that way you don't miss any of their tweets. I don't think I've ever turned their notifications off. That's one of the things. I'm an Xbox fanboy for sure. I'm not ashamed to say it. And I don't even think I turn their tweets off just because I like to know about the information. So they gave us these shirts last year at FanFest, and it has our gamer tags on the back. But I'm going to get into all that. So I'm going to kind of go through my E3 experience last year, some of the tips and tricks that I wish I would have known, things about FanFest. So starting off E3 week, you start off with FanFest itself. So with FanFest, I can't remember the day that it started on, but day one, it's in Los Angeles in downtown LA, but it's not at the convention center or where the actual E3 floor is. It's in a completely separate building. So we get to that building, and I was living in LA at the time, so I left the house, drove downtown, went to this building, and there was already a line, but it wasn't too bad. So I hop in line, and then I kind of look behind me, maybe like 10-15 minutes later, and the line was like all the way down the street. So definitely try to get there as early as possible, so if you're driving, so that way you can get you a parking spot, because it was not a lot of parking spots available. But so I'm waiting in line, and at the time Sea of Thieves was they was trying to announce Sea of Thieves and get some hype built up for that. So they had these people dressed as pirates that came into the line, and they started like singing these old pirate songs. They had like instruments and tambourines and things like that. It was actually pretty good. And so they did that, and then one of the Xbox team members, Money Rumble, he came down and he like met each person in that entire line individually. Asked them some questions, asked them, was this their first E3? What they were looking forward to, things like that. Man, that team is amazing. It was amazing. So after that, we go into the main building, and the layout was insane. So they say you have to go and get, your registration packet and register and check in and stuff like that. And they had it separated by gamer tag. So you go there and they give you, your name tag and all the stuff that you have to wear, your bracelets, things like that. So we get all of that, and they give me, they gave me this shirt, and they give you this strip, and they were like, this is your gamer tag. Go to the Steam press upstairs and get your gamer tag put anywhere on your shirt that you wanted. So I got mine put on the back. But we did that. I went and did that, and Major Nelson and some of the other Xbox guys came and told us about the briefing that we were going to go to. So they told us about the briefing, and we pretty much got in line to head over to the Galen Center. And the Galen Center, I don't think it's going to be there this year, but last year the Galen Center is where the USC Trojans play basketball and stuff like that, where the college team plays basketball. So we go in there, and we get to, we're walking upstairs, and they're taking us through these little back entrances and stuff like that, and we see the stage. And I remember everybody that was in line was just like, oh my God, this stage looks dope. It looks amazing. So we go down these steps, and then we go to the floor of the stage, and we get to take like pictures of like with the little big Xbox sign and stuff like that. And that was pretty cool. And then we sat through the Xbox briefing. After the Xbox briefing, we came back to the warehouse that we were at before. It was completely laid out differently. They had like a couple game consoles. At that point, they had like an open bar in the middle. They were like, giving out free stuff they were giving out. They were like, you know, picking people from the crowd to get shirts, and they had like I think the creator of Gears of War and like some other game was there. They were like signing posters, and it was just a fan event, like that. And then after that, you know, we went home. I went home, and then that was the end of day one. And then day two of Xbox Fan Fest was like that's the day you get to go and try all of the new games. They had I don't want to over exaggerate, but they had like maybe 30, 40, if not more, Xbox One X dev kits, which at the time we thought was the Project Scorpio, which they announced was going to be the Xbox One X. They had the dev kits that were playing like Assassin's Creed, all Xbox One X 4K enhanced. So we got to see what all of that looked like. They had like Forza, Assassin's Creed, all of Sea of Thieves. They had like all the Xbox titles, you know, was at this private event. Open bar, once again, super dope. But they had all of these titles, and we all got plenty of time. I'm talking about like plenty of time to play all of these games and kind of not necessarily take our time, but you pretty much got a good amount of time to where you understood and you got a good feel of it and what it was going to be. And that was really good, because after that event, when you go to E3, day one of E3 the next day, it is crazy. It is insane. So, day one of E3, I go to E3 and I look at this line and I'm just like, yo, this is insane. I was not prepared for this many people to be waiting in a line. So I walked in the building because it was hot. For Los Angeles, it just happened to be hot. And like I said, I was living there at the time too. I'd lived there for 6 years, and it was very, very hot. It's normally not that hot, but it was insane. So I'm like, I'm going inside. I was like, I'm going inside. I'm just going to wait in the air conditioning and, you know, go in when I can. And I see these people going up these steps in the back, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go up these steps too. Everybody else is going over here. So I go up these steps, and I have this, in one of my vlogs, I have this like panoramic type view of the line that was just in the main entrance for like the Xbox side. So there was like there was two different sides. There was an Xbox side that had like the majority of the Xbox consoles, and they had like Destiny, Call of Duty, and Shadow of Mordor on that side, and like a whole bunch of other games like Madden and stuff like that. But that was like the Xbox side. And then all the way across the convention center, they had like the PlayStation and the Nintendo side. So I was in line for the Xbox side. I go in, and the first thing I did was go hop in line to play Call of Duty. I actually got to play Call of Duty first after all of like the big name YouTubers and stuff like that. Actually, if you go and you check out that video that I did of day one, if you know the YouTuber Ali A, I was so like hype about getting to play Call of Duty so fast that I actually walked by him in the vlog and didn't say anything, and it was crazy. I wish I would have said something, because like he's clear as day, you can see him, and I was just like, damn, I should have said something. But anyway, so I played Call of Duty, and I recommend for those of you who are going to E3 for the first time, that day one, go and do the main thing that you want to go do first, because those lines are insane, and the quicker you get that done, the quicker you can go and you can enjoy E3 for what it is, because there's so many exhibits, so many demos, and those main demos are the ones that like you hear about people spending all day waiting in line. So if you can get there as quick as possible, get there early, so that way you can play it first, and that way you have it out of the way. Second thing that I would recommend is if you are traveling, like if you're staying in a hotel that's like 12 miles away, you may be like, oh, that's just 12 miles away, but you're in Los Angeles. That 12 miles is going to take you like 40 to 45 minutes. And it's ridiculous, and especially because the time frames that you have to get there for the doors to open is right in the middle of when everyone's going to work. So that traffic is insane. So plan accordingly. And then third thing that I would recommend is bring snacks, because they do have food trucks, and the food trucks are amazing, but they are not normally priced like how they normally are. They're priced E3 prices because they know this is the only options that you have. So make sure you bring snacks and things like that, water. You can bring bags and everything like that. So just make sure you do that. So that was pretty much day one. I spent day one on the Xbox side checking out like the South Park game, Shadow of Mordor. I did Call of Duty that day and Madden and things like that. I got my custom E3 controller that day. And I linked up with the guy. His name's NT Certified on YouTube. So make sure you go and follow him or subscribe to him, especially if you're a big gaming fan and you're interested in like wrestling. Because let me tell you something. I don't know. I thought I was somewhat of a wrestling fan. This dude takes wrestling fan to like the extreme. Like he's a really good guy. He has thousands of like wrestling figures that haven't been opened, so make sure you go and check him out. But I linked up with him and I spent the rest of my E3 with him, and it kind of made it more of an enjoyable experience. And this year I'm actually going with one of my best friends, so I'm looking forward to that. But that was what I did day one. And then day two of E3, I went back to the Xbox side and played Destiny. Got Destiny knocked out of the way and pretty much spent the majority of that second day on the PlayStation and Nintendo side, checking out stuff over there. Mario Odyssey was huge at the time. Well, they had some other, what was it? Star Wars Battlefront was huge at the time, which they only had the demo for Star Wars on PlayStation. But the way that PlayStation does their demos is there's an app that you have to reserve your times for, and they open like, I think the app opened at like 9. By like 30, I'm not exaggerating, 30 seconds later, all those slots are full. So good luck. I hope they do it different this year. But if you go to FanFest, you're going to be able to play a lot of the games already. So it's going to make your main E3 experience a lot better, because a lot of stuff that people are trying to go and see and figure out, you've actually gotten to do already. So if you're going to FanFest, that's one of the perks. And then, like I said, day two I spent on the Nintendo and PlayStation side. I checked out a demo for Spider-Man. That was pretty much it for day two. And day three, I'm ashamed to say, but I actually didn't even attend day three. I probably won't attend day three again this year, because I was so exhausted by the time day three got there, and I lived in LA. I was exhausted. It was a very tiring experience. And I had, like, when I tell you, like, if you're going to FanFest, by day three, you're gonna do everything that you're willing to do. Like, not willing to do, but that you wanted to do. You're gonna get everything knocked out. So day three is just gonna be like, you're going just to go. So if you're there for that time frame, then definitely go. Definitely check out LA itself if you have the chance, like at the second half of maybe that last day, because E3 is an exhausting roller coaster. It's packed full of people. Like, I'm talking about insane amount of people. But that was pretty much, my E3 experience. I'm definitely looking forward to it again this year. I got to do some research, because other than what they showed last year that hasn't come out yet, I don't really know too much about, what Xbox has up their sleeve. I kind of know, the rumors is maybe like a new Grand Theft Auto, which I really, really hope for. I think that'd be really good. It's been 6 years since we got GTA 5 on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. So anyway, definitely looking forward to that. But if you have any questions about E3, any questions about FanFest, anything that you want to ask me, if you're going to FanFest or E3, definitely let me know down below in the description. I definitely look forward to meeting new people. I know some people that I met last year who are going this year, and I'm definitely going to link up with them again this time, because E3 is all about building those relationships and building, capitalizing on all of those opportunities. So, like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the icon that's like a bell. Definitely got some more videos coming up. Definitely going to have all the vlog action going. I got new cameras, and I'm so excited. Like I said, I know I haven't uploaded, but I'm definitely going to be on it, because E3 season is something that I hold, dear in my heart from when I was a kid. So, like I said, reach out to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're looking forward to. That's about it. So, Chris with a K out. Catch you next time.